Okay, so you've definitely seen this bottle everywhere, right? But what if I told you the most interesting thing about it has nothing to do with the water? It's all about a huge corporate shift happening behind the scenes. Today, we're going to crack open the real story behind Alkaline 88.
Yeah, I mean, you see it everywhere, right? The grocery store, your gym. It's kind of hard to miss. But here's the thing. The real action, the real story, isn't happening on the shelf. It's happening in the boardroom. We're going to dig into how this one simple water bottle is actually at the very heart of a massive corporate makeover.
All right, so before we dive into all the big, juicy changes, let's just get our bearings. Let's start with the basics. Who exactly is the Alkaline Water Company?
Okay, so here are the quick facts. They've been on the scene since 2012, and if you're into stocks, you'll know them by their ticker, WTER. Now, what's their secret sauce? What makes them stand out? It's all about Himalayan rock salt. That's what they use to create their signature alkaline water, and believe me, in a super crowded market, that's a pretty big deal.
And this number is everything to them, 8.8. That's not just a random number, it's the pH balance of their water. It's right there in the name, Alkaline 88. And it is the absolute heart of their entire brand. In a market flooded with water brands, that's their flag in the sand. That's what makes them different.
But here's the thing, right? A strong brand and a cool number on your bottle, well, that's not always enough to win in the long run. And it seems the company knows this. They just made a huge move, one that's signaling a completely new direction. And it all kicked off by bringing a fresh face, a new voice, into the boardroom.
So, the CEO, Richard Wright, he's the one who made the announcement. He welcomes this new board member, a guy named Damu Winston. But you got to pay attention to the words he uses here. He says Damu has an operator mindset and technology fluency. Now, that's not just corporate fluff. That's a huge signal that this isn't your average run-of-the-mill board appointment. Something bigger is going on.
So what does all that corporate jargon actually mean? Let's break it down. An operator mindset. That just means someone who gets their hands dirty, who focuses on how things actually work day to day, the nuts and bolts. And tech fluency, that's just a fancy way of saying he understands modern technology. You put those two things together, and his mission becomes crystal clear. He's there to build a tougher, more efficient company that can handle growth and isn't going to crumble when things get tricky.
Okay, so a new guy on the board obviously means a new playbook. So what's the plan? What's the new game plan that Damu Winston is bringing with him?
Well, if you listen to him, he says the path forward is all about one thing: disciplined execution. Okay, sounds impressive, right? But those words can feel a little vague. So let's decode it. What on earth do terms like governance, decision cadence, and operating rhythm really mean for a water company?
Basically, it all comes down to a three-step plan. First up, strengthen governance. All that means is putting stronger rules and better oversight in place. Simple enough. Second, improve decision cadence. Translation, make smarter decisions and make them faster. No more waffling. And third, and this is a big one, build an operating rhythm. Think of it like creating a steady, consistent beat for the company, a repeatable process that just works. It's really about making success a habit, not a happy accident.
But wait, his plan wasn't just about cleaning up things inside the company. He also dropped this little nugget about expanding into new financial territory. And honestly, this is where things get really interesting. So what could he possibly mean by that?
And this is a really important distinction to understand. You've got your traditional capital markets, the usual suspects, stock exchanges, big investment banks, the way it's been done for decades. But then you have this other thing he mentioned, emerging financial infrastructure. So what's that? Well, it's a bit of a catch-all. It could mean using new, tech-savvy platforms to raise money, or maybe even dipping their toes into digital assets. It's basically any way of getting cash that doesn't involve the old-school Wall Street playbook.
Okay, let's pull back for a second and look at the big picture here. What does this massive shift really mean? They're moving from just focusing on the water in the bottle to trying to master the complex machinery of Wall Street and even newer financial worlds? What's that all about?
When you get right down to it, this signals a huge evolution for the company. It's like they're growing up. They're moving away from being just the water bottle company and transforming into a company defined by the super efficient, disciplined machine that's running the whole show behind the scenes.
And the CEO, Richard Wright, he says it best himself. The whole point of all this, the new guy, the intense focus on process, the exploring of new financial avenues, it's all to build one single, absolutely critical thing: credibility. So why does any of this matter to you or me? Well, because this isn't just some boring corporate reshuffle. No way. This is a calculated, deliberate move to get the attention of serious, big money investors. It's about laying a solid foundation for growth that can last. And really, it's about making sure the business behind the brand is just as strong and popular as the water on the shelf.
And all of this leaves us with one big, fascinating question to chew on. We know the company has a product that people genuinely love. That part's clear. But it's all this new corporate discipline going to be the spark that transforms Alkaline 88 from just another popular water brand into a real, bona fide beverage powerhouse? Well, I guess only time will tell.